bit juicy, I can sense it already. It's time to go through the papers now with Chris Akabusi, Olympic legend, and Claire Purcell. Right, let's start with you, Chris. We've been talking about this a lot this morning, this phrase that's making my blood boil. We're going to have a virtual Christmas this year.
Yeah, and well, apparently, and the Mr. Harper, who's Mr. Harper? Anyway.
He's the Transport Secretary.
Thank you very much.
No less.
Thank you very much. Sorry, sir.
That one.
He's worried about there have been disruptions with the RMT, etc., and the 4 days happening this week, and 4 days threatened between the 24th and 27th of December, that as opposed to the last couple of years where we've had a virtual Christmas because of lockdowns and pandemics, this time it's going to be because of the rail unions, and he's saying, and we think about today, people can't go on the rail, they can't go on the roads, and so you've got to worry about your plans, and people are going to decide to, let's just open up the computer, hi mum, hi granddad, hope you have a happy Christmas, and everyone eating Christmas by the road.
We've got to say
Will
no
Nick
to
Lynch
that.
care?
No, well, he'll like it that we're all frozen, but they can virtually clear off. No way. Like 2 years we've had to sit around twiddling our thumbs, doing Christmas on Zoom. No more.
Well, for me, and with all the paraphernalia of Christmas, for me, I love my family coming to my house. And I've got two families, and my wife, ex-wife, and my ex-partner, and our children and our grandchildren, and my son-in-law Tom and I, we get stuck in and we prepare the dinner, and it's just great. You see like a table of 15 people getting stuck into the turkey, you see the Christmas carols, you're singing around a tree, the grandkids ripping stuff off, and I just absolutely...
You're getting excited already there, Chris.
Yeah, no, I absolutely
Any church in there, Chris? I know you...
Oh, yeah, definitely, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely. I'm singing the old carols and stuff, and they all laugh at the old man because my best one is cooking with the lots of cows. I do all this activity, and even I've got a little grandson. He's only barely a year, and he looks at the granddad doing his dodgy business, and he's and now we absolutely, we've got baby Jesus in the manger. We've got all of that stuff going because I'm born and bred United Kingdom. Christian heritage, quite clearly Christmas is important to me and my family, and my ex-wife, she's German, so she brings in the Stille Nacht, Ruhige Nacht and all that sort of stuff.
Lovely.
Oh, it's absolutely tremendous.
Well, you know what, it leads me perfectly on then to the next story, Claire, inside the Daily Mail, where the civil service has been given a guide to a woke Christmas party where there's no mention of Christmas.
And complete opposite to the Akabusi household. These are festive celebrations, and government officials have been told to avoid venues that serve alcohol for fear of offending somebody else. Now, my husband doesn't drink at all, but he wouldn't ever stop anybody else from doing it. At any party that he goes to, he sticks to a soft drink. It's not, it's not relevant to him. He isn't offended by other people drinking, and I think that this is now taking it far too far. Christmas is a holiday in the United Kingdom. Let's celebrate.
I'll tell you something else. Well, this isn't just the civil service. I knock around with teachers. I drink with teachers. Especially this time of year, they do like it. And they're telling me that they're getting told off for whistling Christmas carols in a school in case it offends children of other faiths. So actually, we can joke about this, but I think it is the thin end of the wedge. So this is getting a bit out of control.
It is, and we're a Christian minority country now. We're not the majority Christian country we once were.
Well, I think
we should be allowed to celebrate the faith that you hold. Whether you hold it or not, you're not going to offend someone else.
Yes.
I have many Muslim friends who are not offended by the fact that I celebrate Christmas. I wish them a Merry Christmas. They may not celebrate it
my
themselves,
Muslim friends celebrate it themselves. Yeah,
absolutely. They are not offended by it. So I think this is something that is drawn up by civil servants, for civil servants, and the rest of us are now going to have to follow suit. So let's all have a bit of a rebellion and get it back for what it should be.
Let's have a bit more Chris Akabusi attitude. Civil service attitude. I think we'll all be happy with that. So Chris, we're going to move swiftly on now to somebody else who might want to repent at Christmas. Harry Kane.
Yeah. So again, I saw the clip because actually it was celebrating my son's 15th birthday, so I didn't actually see the missed goal at the time, the missed penalty. So Harry says he's taking it on the chin basically and saying it's my bad, and he's saying that there's no hiding place from it, it hurts, and it'll take some time to get over it. Harry Kane will never get over it.
No.
Winning is a habit and losing is a habit, and the crucial moment where he needed fear or faith, fear took over. And there's a great video of him missing the penalty. His head goes down, and then Jude Bellingham comes across and puts his arm on his shoulder, and you can see Jude at 19 is trying to encourage the captain, fantastic. But if you watch Harry's eyes, you can see the 1,000 thoughts going around him. Did that really, really happen? What you can see him praying for an opportunity to put it right. You can see all, and this is going to haunt him for the rest of his life. You know, however stellar his career goes on to be, this could be his last World Cup, and this will be with him forever. So, in a way, I know it's a lovely piece for the press. My bad, I take it on the chin. But this will be with him forever, because that'll be his final moment.
And how, Chris, as an elite athlete yourself, how do you build back from these crushing...
Chris wouldn't know. Nothing but a win.
Well, the challenge is, you see, I think, so winning is a habit, and unfortunately, where he's got to the top, highest echelon, and he's got used to losing. I'm really sorry, you know, Tottenham are flat to deceive as a team, and now
Paul Coyte's not here.
So's Paul, and so you know, Harry is part of that generation who has experienced too many losses. Now, I'd hope people like Bellingham, Sacco, Declan Rice, they've experienced England on the up, and I'm hoping that they will get to win something, so that winning becomes the mentality. So that when, because look, you look at France, who were outplayed in the second half, but France have learned how to win over the last 20 years, and so when they go into that, it's all going a little bit awry. They still know they can get it across the line. Whereas I'm afraid with England, we know that we've got more chances of losing than we have of winning. That's what. But my point really being, though, my bad. It's easier said. It's hard to do. He will live with this for the rest of his life.
Yeah, so will we. Claire, can we talk about these 40 Conservative MPs who are putting pressure on the PM and the Chancellor over their economic strategy? They're concerned that the tax burden is too high. And you've got to bear all of this in mind when we're having these discussions about what the unions are demanding as well, haven't we?
Absolutely. This is a group, the Conservative Way Forward, which is a Thatcherite grouping, and it includes people like Jake Berry, Ian Duncan Smith, David Davis, who are natural Truss supporters and who did back her and thought that her budget was going to work. So you can understand that you have these two schools at the moment who disagree vehemently with anything Rishi Sunak does. You have this group of people who I do think have a point. We do have the highest tax burden since the Second World War, and that you can't see how the country can sustain it. Now, the Prime Minister is setting himself up for a real battle, because if he ignores these people, there are some very, very big voices. His majority is slim. We've lost some MPs into being an independent through very different means. So your majority is going down. You start to get 40 people writing a letter, and you can see that that's going to slide away. They do have some valid concerns, but I am a little bit cautious about dropping taxes too far, too fast, because that's what Liz Truss tried to do. It didn't work. Everybody got frightened. I think that there is a piece of work to be done at reducing things on a perhaps slightly slower level. So Trussonomics, but dialed down 2 or 3 notches might work. But these are really serious people coming out with some suggestions that the Prime Minister does need to listen to.
Okay, Claire Purcell, Chris Akabusi, thank you very much for coming in today. You piled through a winter landscape to get here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Cheers.
Right, it's official. Men do hate getting socks for Christmas. You beg to differ.
I love
Not
getting
all
socks.
men, though, but I always get my dad's socks. Sorry, Dad, you're getting socks again this year. But almost a third admitted that they feel disappointed, even if it is a joke present.
Well, I like socks as a present, so long as they're posh.
Oh, right, expensive socks.
Yes.
Go on,
Yeah, I was saying to Claire that waterproof socks, brilliant for golfers, and Claire is equine. So waterproof socks, they are brilliant. So in your galoshes, you've got your feet remain toasty and warm. So if you're going to get some socks, give them some waterproof socks. They will love it.
I've never met a man more excited about socks at Christmas. Which completely blows this serve out of the water. Let's get back.